on to you, Scorpios. So you Scorpios have the Empress, the Four of Wands, and the Four of Cups. So there's a sense of you Scorpios turning down a couple of people because you already know what this connection is going to do for you and for them. It's not going to be a very good connection. They don't really have a whole lot to offer that you would want. What they do have to offer is dysfunction. The Empress, you being more selective, right? For you Scorpios who are looking for a significant other, you're being selective. The Four of Wands, Four of Pentacles, here they are coming to you. But what they bring is problems, right? Four of Wands, they want to be in a relationship with you, but the Four of Cups, they've got issues of their own. And so because of that, again, you know, when it comes to getting into relationships, you have to determine for yourself if the money, if the time, if the trouble is worth it. This is also how you determine value, right? What is value? Value is helping, solving problems for other people, making other people's lives easier. But another way of determining value is the time, the trouble, and the threat, right? And the toll, the type of problems that's going to create if you do what you do. Is a person worth interacting with because of X, Y, or Z? Are they worth the time? Are they worth that? Are they worth it? And, you know, especially today, when you determine someone from that, which is the correct thing you're supposed to do, that's seen as, oh, you know, you get called sassy and you get called kind of names and all this other type of stuff. But that's the correct way that you should determine someone's value, though. Why would you want to hang out with someone who puts you in danger all the time, signs you up for a fight, and then walks away, right? So a lot of you Scorpios see a couple of people actually you may interact with, but then you Scorpios, again, the Empress, you determining for yourself, right? You single ones, you're determining in a general sense in your life, right? Even if it's like work and stuff like that, or friendship or whatever, how to determine if someone has value or not. And then you have the Knight of Wands, and then you Scorpios also have the King of Swords. Because once again, for you Scorpios, you are beginning to be able to determine value better. You know it to be true. What kind of toll does a person have, right? What kind of threat do they bring to the table? What danger do they bring to the table? How much time does it take, right? What's going on, right? A person that may have some wild parents that they're taking care of, if they want to leave, you have to determine if that person is worth all of that. Taking them up on out of the house that they stay in or the home that they stay in with their dysfunctional parents. That's toll, that's a threat, that's all of these things. So you have to determine value, like, okay, what are the things that this person brings to the table, the good stuff that this person brings to the table, to determine if this is actually worth that. And that's what it is that you're balancing out. You're balancing out the time that it takes, the toll, right, financially, as well as the damage that it creates, if it creates any or a lot, and then the threat. What danger are you in if you go and you help this person? What would be the backlash of that, if there's any? And then you also go ahead and on another hand, look at it, right? So it's like a compare, contrast, and similar a Venn diagram, like, okay, and then the next one, right, the next one, right, is, okay, the good stuff, the stuff that you would like to see from somebody. Well, okay, are they kind? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Are they hard working when they live with you? They'll go get a job, they'll financially chip in. Are they mature? Do they actually, you know what I'm saying, want to be in a relationship with you? Do they value you? Stuff like this. Then you may determine for yourself from looking at both of those things, okay, if you're in a position to do it, okay, then maybe you may want to do it. Or no, maybe you may not want to do it. So it's the same situation for you Scorpios. You know, you're not in the business of just saving anybody and just helping people out and, you know, making people's disposition a lot better and all this other type of stuff. The justice and the justice and the the justice and the Three of Wands speaks to how you a lot of people don't like that you Scorpios are choosing your own selves. But it's not for them to understand though. It's just really people on your level. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this to you Scorpios, prepare to be misunderstood quite a lot. Because you're not out here looking to perpetuate the vicious cycle of being dysfunctional to other people. You know, you're just looking for somebody to really just be in something real with. Here's the problem though, the Three of Wands and the Two of Pentacles, right? And that's why you're looking. So if you get looked at as being misunderstood or weird or whatever, then you Scorpios just embrace that. You know, being weird doesn't mean that you are bad per se. I got called weird plenty of times, you know, because I'm more interested in spiritual things. You know how many people stopped talking to me that I knew, that I was cool with? They wanted to go off and do their popular thing and be liked, and because I talked about a ghost with them a couple of times, because because they told me that there's things that move around their home, I start talking to them about ghosts and stuff like this or whatnot, because they constantly was complaining about how things was moving around their home, no one was touching it, nobody is in the house. And then things just kept getting rearranged. Not a lot of things, but some things kept getting rearranged like it was touched. They at home, they're at home by themselves. Their family ain't at home. All types of stuff is happening. So I'm like, okay, so maybe it's a spirit. But as soon as I mention that, the person goes off and they start acting brand new and completely shuns me and act like I don't exist. So it's that kind of behavior. And I'm talking about a friend, by the way, right? Friend, right? Right? A brother, so to speak, right? But a friend at that time. And that's my point though. Like, don't be worried about if people don't take you seriously, or if people don't understand you more accurately. It's not for them to understand, because the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups, they're accustomed to being mistreated is why. You know, you Scorpios want a fair deal, a person that is a good choice to pick. You know, not someone that may have some sort of a drinking problem, or maybe they don't have that, but maybe they don't have that problem specifically, but they have that problem that will cost y'all. You know what I mean? You get into a relationship with them, and whatever problem they have, it costs you. And then now you being attached to them, you're trying to figure out, why did they do this? And then now you feel stuck because they roped you in enough, and they're not going to stop doing their dysfunctional behavior. Now you just got to do the best thing that you can to get out as fast as you can, so that you're not on the sinking ship, so to speak, right, proverbially, along with them. So let's clarify some cards. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, King of Cups, then you have the Moon, and then you have the Eight of Wands to clarify the Ace of Pentacles, right? So the Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, right? Yeah, stand on your square. You Scorpios know what you want, and don't fall off of that. Because again, can't explain to you Scorpios how many people try to get me to fall off of my standards. You know, they oh, where are you looking? Come on now, dysfunctional people are everywhere. Stop. And if dysfunctional people only are where I am or a few places, then point me in the right direction of where dysfunctional people don't exist and healthy people are there, so I can heal up even more, or heal up enough, and then go to that place and then find someone that's good for me. Come on now, stop. Knock that all the way off, right? Knock all that all the way off. And then not only that too, but also, okay, what they get with you only to do what? Now all of a sudden they switch up on you. They do the switcheroo. Oh, okay, they're not gonna stop doing the nonsense that they're doing. No, you Scorpios, you see it. You should be picky. You should be selective. That's something that everyone should be doing. You should be weighing out pros and cons. That's something that everyone should be doing. And don't allow other people to convince you, Scorpios, that that's a bad thing. Though that's something that you should be doing. I do that. How do you think I get away from situations that are about to go really left? Because I'm weighing out my pros and cons. I'm looking at it like, okay, if I deal with this one or that one, what is the Venn diagram in my head, right? Because I'm doing the comparison. What are the things that I want? What are the things that I don't want that need to be improved? And you know, what are things that down the middle? What are things that I can kind of take, right? Or tolerate or work on, right? That's the things that are all right, but can be worked upon, right? Because it's a potential strength, right? And but you know, with work, that's why it stands in the middle. But don't ever let people convince you, Scorpios, that, oh, you know, you need to come up off of your standards, because you don't have expectations. You have standards. You want, as a matter of fact, you gain expectations from standards. You should expect a person whom you marry to, or whom you are going to get married to respect you, because that's baked into the cake. If they don't respect you, but then they're going to get married to you, what is the point of them being in a relationship with you for in the first place if they're disrespecting you? That makes no sense. So anyway, the King of Cups, the Moon, and then the Eight of Wands speaks to how you Scorpios don't let people play you. The Moon and the Eight of Wands, if they are gonna go out of their way to give you a problem for something that is non-negotiable, like your standards, ghost them. Excommunicate from them. That's just a fair warning. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups. The Hermit, the High Priestess, the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and then you have the Page of Pentacles. So the Hermit, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Wands speaks to how it basically speaks to how again, you don't have to feel bad. These are two Virgo cards here. You don't, well, Taurus as well with High Priestess, but You know what you're doing. People will see you as mercurial. And the reason why is because dignity and self-respect is not normal in today's society. Like when you have the ability, my dear Scorpios, to look at a person and evaluate their value, to look at them and to evaluate them, right? How much problems it's going to be, the toll, what kind of background you have or they have, and you have the ability to say, okay, this is too much. And or maybe you look at it and you go, okay, okay, that's something that could be worked upon, right? This person is a diamond in the rough. Most people don't know how to think like that in today's society. That's the reason why there's so much of an emphasis on a squeaky clean impression, because the first impression is, I want you to think of me as being perfect. I'm perfect for you. Let's go ahead and get married. Don't even worry about hanging out with me another time and my backstory and all of that, and really being able to pay attention to what I got going on and the toll and what it would take to be with me, which is the toll and all of that. Just go ahead and let's just be in a relationship super quickly so that I can trap you, and then you find out a little bit at a time later on down the road when you two caught up with my nonsense to actually just easily get out as walking away, right? So the Nine of Swords and the Page of Pentacles, excuse me, is, and also too, you know, don't feel bad to break people's hearts. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't feel bad to kind of let people know you don't want to have anything to do with them. You know, that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Peace.